Hey guys, JamesMCD Reviews here, and welcome to my first video of 2019. And since there's fuck all playing in theaters right now, I decided to start off the new year with something special. Now, I usually don't do older movies, and I don't do fan requests unless I'm being held against my will, but I'm sorry. After I saw this movie, I just had to share it with you guys. So my mom's boyfriend Tommy let me borrow this movie, and he said that I needed to review it. He said, and I quote, "It makes The Room look like an Oscar nominee."
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not.
That description is far scarier than anything in this movie. It's called Psychomania, and it's a goddamn masterpiece. Also known as The Death Wheeler, this 1970s British horror film gained a reputation for being one of the funniest horror movies of all time. And having watched it myself, I can definitely see why. Even this DVD cover gives me plenty of material to work with. Really good Photoshop job, I gotta say. Really well done for an 8th grader. Ride with the living dead. Who's actually scared of this biker gang? They look like frickin' Doctor Who monsters. Also, this is part of the Euroshock collection, which contains other classic films such as The House with the Laughing Windows, and Now the Screaming Starts. Horror Express. Well shit, now that I've got one, I've gotta get the whole collection. Look out. You don't have to tell me twice. The Living Dead motorcycle gang is on the rampage. Not a rampage, the rampage. I'm glad they clarified that. Wreaking havoc in their small England town. For gang leader Tom, however, mere earthly violence is not enough. He's obsessed with the occult and is convinced that he can kill himself and then return from the dead, with the help of his frog-worshipping cult and his seance-conducting mother. Remarkably, Tom succeeds, and soon joins the ranks of the walking and riding dead. Now, if he can only persuade his girlfriend and the rest of his gang to join him. But Mother and her diabolical butler Shadwell may have other plans for the living dead, who are dangerously trespassing on uncharted spiritual grounds. Ooh, it just sounds so spooky. Psychomania is a pre-punk British horror cult classic featuring trashy violence, suburban witchcraft, and some amazing motorcycle stunt sequences. Because goddammit, if there's one thing I've said has been missing from movies today, it's suburban witchcraft. The composer of this movie is John Cameron, and he only has one goal in mind: write an iconic horror movie score. And I feel like he succeeded. I mean, just listen to this opening credit sequence. Oh yeah, really chilling stuff. He's giving those Halloween guys a run for their money. Nothing scarier than synth guitars and slow-moving motorcycles. I'm almost waiting for Vincent Price to come in and start narrating.
Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand.
The color correction in this opening looks great. Sepia tone and fog makes anything look creepy. As the credits roll, we see our resident biker gang slowly riding around a $5 recreation of Stonehenge. Why does this feel like a Beatles music video gone horribly wrong? I mean, these guys already look like the Eggmen.
I am the Eggman. They are the Eggmen. I am the walrus.
They ride off into the night, disrupting traffic, while their leader Tom and his girlfriend Abby are talking near a graveyard set.
Hello, little green friend. Gently there. I won't hurt you.
Tom, what are you doing? Tom, are you all right?
If he kisses that thing and it turns into a prince, I'm out.
Sometimes you scare me.
It's not me that scares you. It's the world. Let's get out of it, Abby. Let's cross over.
Cross over?
To the other side.
How do we do that?
We kill ourselves.
Oh, Tom. Not that again.
Yes.
He goes home and walks in on his mother having a meeting with the Illuminati, and then has a conversation with his butler, Shadwell.
Anyone taking a Maximus Leopardus from a graveyard is either foolhardy or ignorant.
You're always saying I'm foolhardy. But I'm not ignorant, Shadwell.
Except about certain things.
3 things. So answer me. Why did my father die in that locked room?
Why do you never get any older, Shadwell?
And what is the secret of the living dead?
And why do you never eat anything? Seriously, not only does he not take a bite of that sandwich, but there's a scene later on where there's clearly no food going in his mouth.
I have to go now. Goodbye, Mummy.
Bye, darling.
Goodbye.
His mother wakes up from her nap and they have a discussion about death.
I had a telephone call from the police.
The word, Mother, is fuzz.
I guess whoever was editing this forgot to add music. I can fix that.
Barbara Manatee, you are the one for me.
So they tell him about a secret room that, if entered, will give him the secrets of how to come back from the dead. They give him the key and he enters into the room. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the hammiest of them all? He's chewing the scenery more than that sandwich. He finds a pair of glasses that turn him into a vampire, and he's shown a vision of...
I am Oz, the great and powerful.
Why does he look like he sucked on a lemon head for 12 hours? The mirror shows him his mother making a bargain that allows her to stay alive after death. His mother and Shadwell bring him back, and discover the glasses he found were his father's, who, according to her, wasn't faithful enough to come back.
When you die, you've got to believe that you're going to come back. You've got to believe that with all your being.
Thank you, Mother. Thank you very much.
So we cut to a sped-up, color-corrected version of the opening credits footage as Tom gets a genius idea.
What's the fastest anybody's done on the motorway? Today we do the ton. And hold it.
But that's suicide.
So,
Well, hell, you've got to go sometime. Which way, Tom?
through the town first, I think.
You can just tell these guys mean business. They're kicking over cones. You know that's punishable by death. Though, to be fair, I don't think Tom really cares about that. They drive through a shopping area and cause havoc. The police officer arrives at the scene. He gets out of his car to immediately get back in. This results in a fast-paced chase down the motorway. Maybe if I wave my hand all over the place, it'll distract him and he'll crash. The gang split up, but one of the girls falls off their bike. And for some reason, the officer just leaves her there. It's okay, ma'am, you seem like a civilized person. You just stay here and I'll trust that you won't drive off. So Tom does what he planned and drives himself off the bridge, killing himself.
I regret nothing!
The girlfriend goes to report Tom's death to his mother.
Won't you sit down?
not at all what I expected. I mean, you're wearing a dress.
Sorry, it's just wearing a dress is so uncommon for women these days. That's why I'm wearing one too. Oh, never mind. Oh, my son!
It wasn't an accident.
He killed himself.
Mrs. Latham, why would Tom want to kill himself?
Trust me, honey, you would too if you knew this was going to be on your filmography for the rest of your life.
Sherry.
No,
Thank you, Shadwell.
He was waiting patiently for that thank you, wasn't he?
What did you want to see me about, Abby?
Well, this may sound strange, but we'd like to bury Tom in our own way.
What do you think, Shadwell?
Well, it's a little unusual, madam, but I think it's what Tom would have wanted.
Then, in a hilarious turn of events, the film tries to have an emotional moment.
And the world never knew his name, but the chosen few know of his fame. Come join his company, riding free. He really got it on.
Oh my god, this is a Beatles movie! You gotta respect any biker gang that'll terrorize a shopping plaza and murder innocent people, but still pay proper respects to their fallen friend. Really impressive how that corpse is staying perfectly still and sitting properly on his bike. Although they clearly didn't dig a big enough hole, his head is gonna be sticking out. Maybe they did that on purpose so Tom would have some fresh air.
And the world never knew his name, but the chosen few know of his fame.
What the hell are they doing? Why are they playing ring toss with his head? Shadwell arrives at Tom's grave and gives him the frog necklace that he gave him earlier.
Thank you.
Is that all?
For the moment.
So after that heart-touching scene, we see a car pull into a gas station and Ben Stiller's deformed twin gets out.
Black. We haven't got a spare. I'll have to go back to the garage.
Cut across the 7 Witches. It'll save you 10 minutes. You're not afraid, are you?
He walks to the 7 Witches while the composer is really throwing his all into that score. Damn it, the lawnmower won't start. So Tom drives up from out of the ground and runs over deformed Ben Stiller because he was clearly too stupid to move out of the way. He arrives at a pub and uses their phone to call his mother.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, darling.
How are you? Are you all right?
Well, I'm dead, Mother. But apart from that, I couldn't be better. That'll be 16. This one's on the house.
I said 16, Sonny.
He's with me.
What a whore.
Yes, well, thanks very much. Ta-ra, love.
Hey, I thought we were going somewhere.
No, I'm sorry, love. I've got to go somewhere special tonight.
What about my money? That was good enough for you.
Sure. And I'm very grateful. It's just that I can't take you anywhere tonight.
I'm coming for a ride.
Look, I'm not going to argue. Just be a good girl and get off the bike.
Nope, I'm staying.
You silly little fool!
That's what you get for trying to have sex with me. The police arrive on the scene and... wait, where'd the other bodies come from? Were they all trying to get a ride as well? The biker gang all meet up at Tom's gravesite to figure out who's been killing people dressed like one of them.
Someone dug him up. Someone dug him up and took his bike.
And pinched his clothes. Yeah. And then did the killing.
Making it look like one of us.
When we get him, I'll kill him!
Then, right the fuck out of nowhere, Tom arrives to explain himself.
Who are you?
I'm Tom. I've come back. Like I told you, Abby, it can be done. And here I am to prove it. Any of you could do it if you wanted to. There's only one condition. You have to believe you're going to come back. Believe enough so that you really want to die.
Tom!
And another thing. You can only die once. After that, nothing and nobody can harm you.
Oh, man, what are you waiting for?
Wow, that was fast. I mean, if I found out you could come back from the dead, I would need time to ask questions and think about the ramifications, but hey, forget all that. I want to be biker zombie Superman just like you. So two other members of the gang drive face first into a truck, and it cuts to their funeral.
Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
Didn't your mother ever tell you not to chew gum in church?
My wife would like the last look at our daughter. Yes, of course.
But we see that Jane's body has gone missing as she's out enjoying her new superpowers with Tom.
Hey, look! It's Father Christmas!
Why don't you get out of it? You stupid kid!
They end up running a truck off the road, and because we're apparently in the Maximum Overdrive universe, the truck explodes for no reason. So we cut to Abby's house, where Tom apparently let himself in. Maybe Abby just needs to keep her windows closed. As we find out what happened to the other member of the gang.
Hinky isn't coming back. At the last moment, he hesitated. He didn't really want to die.
Meanwhile, the police investigate the crime scene and decide it's time to put the living dead in jail.
All right, they've had it this time. This is a murder charge. Pull them all in.
Right, sir.
But they find Tom and Jane and chase after them. You know, for as corny as this movie is, I gotta give it credit. There are some pretty ambitious camera angles for the time. They lose Tom and Jane, but end up at Tom's house. This is such a tense moment that the audio cuts out for a few seconds. The inspector questions his mother about the killings.
2 more of your son's gang died, a boy and a girl. This afternoon there was another killing. Immediately after the girl's body disappeared from her coffin.
He must have...
Inspector, Mrs. Latham has been under a great strain.
The girl means something to you, doesn't she, Mrs. Latham?
You must warn her family. They must have nothing to do with her.
Madam, you must rest.
Please tell them, Inspector, please. If that girl comes back, they must have nothing to do with her. It's evil. Please tell them, Inspector, please.
Well, after that outburst, we cut to...
Pigs! Pigs!
another outburst.
Dear, we're gonna cut you to bits!
The biker gang is all locked up. Why did they let him bring his guitar in with him? When Tom and Jane bust in to save the day.
Tom?
Well, have you made up your mind yet?
Yes. I'm coming with you.
So one by one, each member of the Living Dead kills themselves. All of them have their own funny details about them, but I personally don't have time to cover them all, so we're just gonna speed things up. Finally, we cut to Abby, who has just finished chugging a bottle of the Bill Cosby, and dreams of her seeing Tom in the afterlife. Blow me, oh, wherefore art thou, blow me, oh? She wakes up alive and the police inspector tells her what happened to the others.
Why should any of them want to kill themselves?
The others, they...
Yes, all of them.
We cut to the morgue where 2 doctors are inspecting the other members of the gang.
There's not much doubt about that.
It's for you, Doctor, your wife. She says it's urgent.
Well, I could tell her I'm busy with a patient, but I don't want another fight like last time.
I'm sorry, my love. There's nothing I can do about it. Just have to stop with that.
Was one of the sound editors working on a Looney Tunes cartoon when they were doing this movie? Was that really the best sound effect that they could come up with? I wonder what other sound effects they had to choose from.
You are fake news.
Damn it, how many times do I have to tell you to close the fridge? So Tom gets word that Abby is dead.
She's made it, Mother. She's dead.
Oh, my God, that poor girl.
Cheer up. This is the happiest day of my life. What's the matter? Mother?
What are you going to do now?
There's lots to be done.
But it turns out Abby is still alive and plans to set a trap for Tom and the rest of the living dead. But it looks like the gang should have been called the Silent but Deadly, as they managed to axe the 2 officers and the inspector and get Abby back without making a single noise. Maybe the sound editor just took another nap and forgot to add anything in. Abby tries talking to Tom, but Tom insists they cause more trouble. I wonder if they actually paid to film in this grocery store, or if they just genuinely drove through unplanned to see what would happen.
It's easy to kill live people.
Was that a baby or a cat in there? Oh, okay, it was neither. Okay, good. I'm glad they clarified that.
Well, what do we do now?
I've always fancied driving through a brick wall. How about you?
Why not? Where are we going?
My place. I'll take the right wall, you take the left.
I'll take the one with the clear indication of where the loose bricks are. Abby tries to tell Tom she doesn't want to die, but since Tom is a bit of a psycho, he doesn't take no for an answer. Meanwhile, Tom's mother says he's been a very naughty boy and decides to put a stop to this.
You made a bargain. It was for all time.
I'm going to break that bargain.
The living dead bring Abby to the 7 Witches, where we see Tom trying to convince Abby to kill herself.
If we kill you, you can never come back. But if you do it, we'll be together. Forever.
I want to go on living.
No.
God, those performances. You can just smell the Oscar from here.
You've got 3 minutes to decide.
While that's going on, Tom's mother and Shadwell set up a seance to kill Superman. You can tell that's what they're doing because there's kryptonite on the table behind them. But it looks like Abby's 3 minutes are up. Silly girl, that gun wasn't loaded. As we discover that Tom's mom was a frog this whole time.
What a twist!
Tom and his gang suffer the effects of an infinity war happening a few universes away.
Start? I don't feel so good.
So Tom gets turned into a giant stone statue, while the rest of the gang get turned into a giant pile of feces. As the credits roll, we see the shadowy guy from the earlier vision greet Abby, probably to offer compensation for all the therapy she's gonna have to be put through after this. The victims? I'm pretty sure that applies to everybody involved in this movie. Tommy, I don't know where or how you found this movie, but God, I'm glad you did. I had an absolute blast watching this movie. It's weird, it's off the rails, it has a nice British charm that appeals to me. It's got plenty of cheesy scenes to laugh at and make fun of, a few technical problems that adds to the B-film feel of the whole thing. It's just fun overall, and I'd recommend checking it out if you can find a copy. And most importantly of all, it taught me that if I kill myself, I can come back to life if I really believe hard enough. Well, I can't pass that up, I want superpowers too. So, there we go. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like this video if you like it. Tell me in the comments what you think of Psychomania, if you've seen it. And tell me some other older movies that you want me to review if you want me to. I really enjoyed doing this video and I'd like to do more of them. So let me know down in the comments. Other than that, you can subscribe, ring the notification bell so you can stay up to date on when I'm posting. Be sure to subscribe to my main channel, JamesMCD Productions. Follow me on all my social medias. Everything you need to know will be in the description. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I'll see you again if this works. See you later.
But the chosen few